John Dramani Mahama, NDC, versus BAWUMIA, NPP. John Mahama has been a vice president before, and he was known to be communication expert. BAWUMIA is a vice president, and he is known to be the economic messiah. Has John Mahama ever ran away from his duty or as his expertise as a communicator? Is BAWUMIA running away from the economic he is portrayed when we heard Nana Akufo-Addo telling Ghanaians that because in the term of President Kufuor, Dr. BAWUMIA as the deputy governor, he helped President Kufuor to stabilize the city. That is why Nana Addo, has chosen BAWUMIA to be his running mate. And eventually, he is the head of the economic management team. Is BAWUMIA still sticking to that one, or he is jumping into the field of Esla Owusu, the digitalization? A young man has made a fantastic analysis, and this analysis is a caution to even the NDC people, the communication department. Sammy Gyamfi Esquire, please do your strategy, do your thing well. Me always have been saying that with EC, with Madam Jean Mensah in office, I will agree with Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA that it is possible. With Madam Jean Mensah in office, Sister Dakoba, I agree with Dr. BAWUMIA that it is possible. So please, NDC, know how to play your card. You must protect your trump card. Let's listen to the analysis. This young man, this young man, Tune Network. Listen to the analysis from them. Let's go.
This is the current vice president of Ghana. He is BAWUMIA. And this is the immediate past president of Ghana. And he is MAHAMA. Both are the leaders of the two main political parties in Ghana. The vice president wants to continue as president after the current sitting president. And this ex-president wants to return to the seat, ladies and gentlemen. Before this ex-president became president, he was a vice president and was known as a communications expert. This current vice president, on the other hand, was introduced to us as an economic wizard. This man eventually became president because the then president died in office. Now, let's do some serious comparisons here. Both are running for president in December this year, and both are busily touring the country selling their ideas, because in Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, there is no national policy for development except for the political parties' manifestos. The people of this country have seen the works of this man before, from 2012 to 2016, when he was the president of Ghana, and many people didn't want him to continue after his first term in office. Some of the reasons many people voted against him was because there were too many allegations of corruption and corruption scandals. And on top of that, in that 4 years of his presidency, Ghana was literally blacked out, ladies and gentlemen. Power rationing became a real thing. Everyday lights were taken off for 4 years, which affected everything in the country, including my business. However, he managed to finally provide a solution to the problem, but only at the latter stage when the damage was already caused.
That is one good thing we can still remember about John Dramani Mahama. Dumso, commonly known. Power and lack of electricity. Let me put it, it is known as Dumso. John Dramani Mahama didn't bring Dumso, but at least he solved it. John Dramani Mahama is not the reason for Dumso in Ghana. it is unfortunate that it became worse in his tenure or in his while he was in office. And John Dramani Mahama, instead of blaming Dumso, because in the time of John Mahama there was this pandemic. Well, there was this pandemic. There was a certain problem, and Mahama money, that thing didn't reach Ghana. I will get the name and put it on the screen for you. Okay, John Mahama could have blamed Dumso on that pandemic. The way NPP is blaming everything on COVID-19, even though they are rather benefiting from COVID-19, they blame their failure on COVID-19 and they blame their failure on the Russia-Ukraine war. Meanwhile, Ukraine, where the bomb are landing, is still doing better than Ghana. Mahama didn't blame the Dumso on anything. He accepted it in good faith and he works towards it and he has solved it. What I'm saying, Honorable Chairman Sambusu is my witness that John Mahama solved Dumso. Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA is my witness that John Mahama solved Dumso. So, brother, thank you for saying that one. Let's continue.
So in my personal view, he wasn't someone who was proactive enough towards problem solving. And this is a country that's full of problems. Now, this vice president was the only vice president whose voice was familiar to the people because he held several town meetings, engaging student bodies as a running mate in an opposition party and civil society groups to break down the problems Ghana had and the solutions Ghana needed. He appeared smart and young and ready for action, and many people, including myself, fell in love with him because he promised.
Including me myself as well. 2016 I voted for NPP. You know me, I have one particular NP. He is an NPP MP. Throughout my term, 2012, 2016, 2020, even though he's in NPP, he is the one I have voted for throughout. He is a popular MP in NPP. He is still in office as of today I'm talking to you. So I voted for that MP, Member of Parliament, in all the 3 occasions I have voted so far, 2012, 2016, and 2012. 2012, 2016, and 2020. As for the presidential, 2012, I didn't vote for NPP. And 2020, I didn't vote for NPP. But 2016, because of one district, one factory, one village, one dam, one constituency, 1 million votes, $1 million, with many more, and free SHS that they were promising, I voted for these people. So actually, BAWUMIA won the heart of many people, but all of us are disappointed. I don't owe you this affirmation that I voted for this person or that person, but I want you to know where my pain is coming from. So when I'm speaking about these people, if you last say I speak against them, if I speak against these people, it is the vivid expression of my pain. Okay, let's continue.
We were promised he will turn Ghana's economy around. However, he's been the vice president of our country for nearly 8 years, and he is the head of the economic management team, meaning he oversees all the economic policies and its implementations in our country, which he rightfully deserved due to how well he articulated solutions to our problems. But instead of all that wonderful lectures he gave on the solutions translating into action and improving the economy of this country, it has rather become worse, and he is now full of excuses after excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, today Ghana's economy is worse than the country's economy.
A whole presidential candidate is promising the citizens mobile phone. Mobile phone. He is not contesting for assemblyman. No. He is not contesting for SRC. He is not contesting for school prefect. He wants to be the number one gentleman of the land. And in this dire moment of the Ghanaian, all he can promise us is mobile phone. As if they have not promised us one district, one factory, which can help us get our own mobile phone. As if they didn't promise us one district, one factory that can help us get our own credit card. You see, a poor man doesn't need a credit card. A poor man doesn't need wallet. Poor man needs money. After he gets the money, he can buy the wallet himself. Somebody who doesn't have where to sleep doesn't need key. What he needs is a room. When he gets the room, whether he's going to fix a door or not, let him get a place where he can lay his head first. The sick person doesn't need a sweet medicine. What he needs is the medicine that can cure his sickness. Poor Ghanaians don't need mobile phone. We need job. We don't need credit card. We need job. When we have the job, when the tax system is okay for the entrepreneur, the entrepreneurs to establish more job, when people can establish self-employed jobs, businesses, they will go for the credit card themselves. This message is not for me to tell. Let's go.
At any point in time in the history of our nation, there has never been a time when Ghana has been this poorly run. Yet, this vice president wants us to believe he cannot do much because he is only vice president. And this former president wants us to also believe he has now figured out how to propel Ghana's economy. Ladies,
that is one mistake. Yesterday on Facebook, I saw somebody, Fuseni Bibi, posted in Ecosystem platform, and he had a picture of John Mahama, what he said in 2016 and what he's saying now. I mean, what he said prior to the 2016 election and what he said prior to the 2024 election. In the 2016 one, the person captured that John Mahama said he is not a magician to provide jobs for the youth of Ghana. And in this particular one, 2024 one, he is saying that he is going to produce job or to give job to the youth. Ladies and gentlemen, that is misinformation. Mahama didn't say that he's not a magician to give the youth job. He wisely said that he is not a magician to put money. There's difference between job and money. He is not a magician to put money in people's pocket. That is why he is working hard to have jobs in place. So the youth must go and acquire skills that is needed on the field. Once you have the skill and you have the employment, you will get the money yourself. John Mahama is not saying that it is only now that he has figured out how to deal with the Ghanaian economy. He has demonstrated that already. That is why Ghanaians are ready for his return. So, brother, let me correct you on this one. Let's continue. But I like your analysis, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, our country is sinking, for your information. I'm talking about inflation. I'm talking about lack of accountability and leadership from our political appointees. I'm talking about unfulfilled promises, our national debt, unemployment rate, corruption, and wastage of our resources. I'm talking about how many companies are leaving Ghana to other West African companies and how difficult it is to live in Ghana for the ordinary person in this era. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, on the issues of who to trust in this election, but I will not give up on at least pushing to have a more reasonable leadership in place until we break this shackle.
And that is true. We need a reasonable leader. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Truth Tell It and Brain at Work. TTT, Brain at Work. Do follow this channel. Let me see your agreement or disagreement with what the brother is saying and what I have said. If you agree with me, let me see that in the comment section. If you also disagree, let me see that. And share this video if you agree with me. Comment it, like it, let it go viral. Subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done so. TTT, Brain at Work. I am Cesar Dakoba. My telephone number is 054-123-2463. Let's meet again in another episode. The Ejapade book has more revelation, and I'm preparing a document on a video on that. It will be posted soon. TTT, Brain at Work. Thank you very much.